Yo, what's up, my dudes and dudettes? It's AKJ Productions, aka Abda Beat, back here with the second video, and I'm glad to announce my first arrowverse ranking. Alright, boys, I am a little bit sad to announce that. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but this video, it's going to be split in half. So this half is going to be the more mediocre, the horrible villains. The other half is going to be the more, good to spectacular villains. Because the app only allows me to shoot 10-minute videos. Let's start off with number 16. Most people would agree with me this. It's the most irrelevant villain of all time, and Non. Non is just irrelevant. He looks stupid. His voice is pretty cool. He's very stern, like Walter. I like it. I like his voice. But acting's bad. Whenever he's on the screen, the CGI is just so bad. And it's just like, whenever he's there, it's just like the mood, everything just gets dragged down. It just doesn't feel like he's a good, menacing villain. Like, his plan is unclear, well, at times. And, yeah, he's so irrelevant. There's not really much to say about him. Just like number 15. So, talking about number 15, let's move on. Queen Rhea of Supergirl Season 2. Once again, pretty irrelevant, but she actually has a little bit more reasoning in the fact that she got put in episode 15 and Non got put in, episode 9. Terry Hatcher is probably one of the worst actors I've ever seen on live TV other than Megan Fox. So, yeah, it's a down. But, yeah, one thing I gotta say, her motivation is quite captivating in the fact that she's there to, save her son. It's a little bit cool, but, the fight scenes the actor is just so out of shape. Whenever she tries to fight, it's rather comical, because she's like, oh my God, we'll honor this. And then she, swings, but it goes slow motion. It's either choreography? I don't know. Or she's just not athletic. I don't know. That really doesn't make any sense. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Rhea's powers are pretty boring. I mean, she just has powers as every other Monel, all that. Nothing new right here. And she just keeps on using kryptonite. It's kind of annoying. I was enjoying Caramel, and then she just needs to come in here and fuck it all up? No thanks. Bye. Number 14, and nearly a tie, because this guy is literally inside my top 5 worst characters. Non and Rhea are, inside my top 30. This guy's, number 3. But the reason why he's not in last is because he was at least developed from the beginning of the season, and that just gives him a head start over Rhea. And as you guys could probably guess, it's just clearly Slade Wilson. No, I'm just kidding. Vandal Savage. Oh, God, the guy's stupid. His dialogue between the Hawkgirl and Hawkman are just horrible. It's 3 worst characters on the freaking show, and they're on screen together so much. It just sucks. I mean, he is pretty menacing. His musical theme's really good. But other than that, I mean, his hair is awful. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like he doesn't, fit well for the main villain type of vibe. Casper Crump is a pretty bad actor, in my opinion. And, I just really don't like him as an overall villain. Kareev. Yeah, whatever. No one cares about no Kareev. Rip Hunter is his name, not Kareev. Anyway, number 13, we have Ra's al Ghul. So, bro, season 1 and season 2, everyone's Ra's al Ghul, and that little, theme plays, I was so hyped for season 3. I was like, yeah, baby, it's Ra's al Ghul. Everyone get hype, get hype. What the hell just happened? Everyone was so hyped for this Ra's al Ghul, so piped up. And then we see him for the first time. He's actually pretty cool. Next episode, he's just boring and frail. The only time Ra's al Ghul was a good villain was inside season 3, episode 9, when he literally kicked all of his ass. But after that, he was just bland. And Matt Nable does not, again, I know it's getting repetitive, guys, but Matt Nable does not do a good job portraying Ra's al Ghul. I mean, he's just too old. Ra's should be I don't know, it just looks weird. I mean, he is menacing and threatening, but I don't know. It just doesn't really fit, his dialogue's a little bit off. It's all kind of weird. Anyway, moving on to number 12 is Damien Dark. Now, do not get me wrong. I love his charismaticness. I like Damien Dark as a character. Like inside Legend Season 3, I thought he fit in perfectly. I love Damien Dark in Legend Season 3. But in Arrow Season 4, with his powers against Oliver, like, it just did not fit well. And it honestly ruined the season. I'm just kidding. We all know who ruined the season. But it definitely made the season even worse than it was. And that's why we all look upon Season 4 and found, as we know, it is the worst season. Well, I gotta admit, one episode ruins the whole thing, and that's 11:59. My favorite episode, the arrowverse, April Fool's joke, but it's not April Fool's. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Damien Dark. It's just kind of stupid how he has powers. He's not really menacing either. Like, his powers just make him look like he can't fend for himself. And that's proven inside the final fight, as clearly he does not have the fighting skills to get choreographed because him and Oliver just punch each other. Yeah, okay, I'm going to move on. Number 11, Ricardo Diaz, 3 hours villains on the road. But I do want to inform you guys, there is quite a gap between Damien Dark and Ricardo Diaz because Ricardo is not that all bad. Ricardo Diaz he's not very well acted again, but it's fine because I like his backstory. And I gotta say, it's extremely impressive that they first introduced him like 6'14", 6'15", and he's still very well backed up because they just had this one episode called The Dragon, which was an awesome episode, where they just explained why he's doing all this, why he has the need to like just be in power, and it just makes him such a compelling villain. But again, he's kind of frail and he's not very good at times. It just comes out like if he was played by Tom Cavanaugh or something, holy shoot, he'd be a pretty good villain. But it's just like, I don't know, it's just a writing or something. But like you could really feel why he's doing it. You could feel the anger coming off him. That's what I like about him. At number 10, we have Savitar, the God of Speed. Now, I'm telling you, Savitar, this man would be at number 4 if he wasn't unmasked, and then after he was unmasked, he was, horrible. Like, at episode 9, episode 6, he was so menacing. He's like, I'm the God of Speed. Like, that was so cool. Until, like, 3:14, when everyone's like, oh, it's Barry. Like, it was pretty damn obvious. And that's when they totally ruined Savitar as a villain. His suit's awesome. His metal spear is awesome. The fact that he kills Iris just makes him so much better, although I did not like the fact that, like, they introduced Iris dying. Not because I'm, like, a huge fan of Iris or anything, but because it kind of ruined the season a little bit. But yeah, he was so compelling, so fast. He just looked like the ultimate badass until they just revealed him to be Barry. And then it all just went downhill because who likes a villain that's the same person as the protagonist? Just like no room for improvement. Anyway, that's how I feel about Savitar. At number 9, we have Malice. Now, what's funny about this is that a lot of people may realize, but I recently just realized the only reason why Malice is in like an episode and a 20th is because they don't have the money like to CGI him. So why even make him a villain in the first place? Okay, I just wanted to add that. But he's at number 9 place because before he's unmasked and while he's unmasked, he is really threatening. He's like, Sarah Lance. Like everyone's always like, oh my god, Mouse is gonna come. And then when he comes out, he's that menacing looking beast who takes on people. That's awesome. He's a pretty good main villain. It's just the only thing that just leaves him behind is his not really, kind of his motivation, and just we have nothing background on Malice. We just know he's a time demon who escaped, who hates the legends. But he is really cool. He's awesome. He looks awesome. The way he takes over and his powers are awesome. But it's just that one thing that we just don't know enough about him that really holds him at number 9 spot. Number 8, we have the Thinker, a.k.a. Clifford DeVoe. Clifford DeVoe. Just like Savitar. He'd be like number 5 or like maybe even 6 if they didn't switch his godforsaken bodies, dude. I actually want to put him at number 15 right now, dude. Because when he switched bodies and all those stupid ass actors trying to mimic Neil Sandilands, oh my god, it was so annoying and so aggravating. But once they brought Neil Sandilands back, the Thinker came back. It was awesome.